Yeah, thank you, Chair. I will ask questions out of the 5 counts on 2 counts. Count number 1 on nepotism and illegal appointments. You have alleged that the governor made appointments without following due procedure, that is appointing through County Public Service Board. The questions that have been asked by my colleagues, you've answered them, so I'll not ask them. That is, have you cited appointment letters? Contracts, have they signed contract letters? You said no. Have they earned? You've said no, or you're not aware if they have earned or not. But my question at that point would be, why do you think the mitigation of the attempt by the governor to break the law or to violate the law, the mitigation should be by way of removal of the governor by way of impeachment? Convince me as the member of the jury that that is the best way.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator. The Constitution has put forth a mechanism of stopping lawlessness, and I think the Supreme Court in the Sonko case pronounced itself as to what is impeachable and what is not. And it's up to the County Assembly and the Senate to see what is impeachable and not. The courts are tied to the process, whether the due process was followed and the fair administration of justice was done. If you look at the, sorry? I have seen your consulting.
No, just go on.
Yeah, okay. So, so if you look at these particular charges that the governor has done and the multiplicity of them, there are 62. You don't know where to begin if you are to summon or when the lawlessness will end. When the governor starts doing roadside appointments, and you have seen she has done like, she did 3 of those roadside appointments. We don't know when next she will stop doing it. The vilification campaign, when will it stop? Because in one of those videos, she had started appointing, she had done the appointments in like 4 wards, appointing the people who came runners-up number 2. Assuming the president goes to your county and appoints the person who came number 2 to you as a senator, and they're saying, this senator does not like me in the Senate, I will empower this one so that I can keep him busy in his ward. So there are so many things that she was doing that are leading to a multiplicity of charges that is leading to gross abuse of office. And when the governor has done the gross abuse of office, the cure that the Constitution has created is removal from office. It is laughable that within a duration of 100 days, just 100 days, someone has done offenses of this magnitude that we have seen in those videos. What if you gave her 2 years?
Thank you.
We can come with a big volume here.
Thank you, thank you. Number 2 is on count number 4, on violation of PFMA or attempt by the governor to violate PFMA on waiver to patients. That was a roadside declaration. And then her edict that the revenue at Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital.
It's Meru.
Or Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital. We have the funds collected, spent at source. Was the infraction complete? Was that money spent at source? Was the waiver to the patients effected at the MTRH? Now,
when the county executive gave the orders to the CEO to waive and release patients who are at the hospital because of bails, that the first instance she's not supposed to give such orders. Even though the CEC was not in office at the time, they could have waited for CEC to come so that they do it. Just because the office holder who is supposed to gazette an appointment, for example, appointment to boards in the national government, the president directs the cabinet minister to be the one named as to have appointed those names, because he's the one held responsible for appointing them to board. So in this case, the directives themselves are very wrong, that you retain the money at all.
Affected?
They should have been affected by now.
No, do you have evidence that they were affected? No or yes?
I don't have any evidence that they were affected.
Thank you.
But I expect they were.
Lastly, Chair, there seems to be differences in the county government, both arms, the executive and the assembly. Have you had an attempt to solve these differences through TDR or ADR? That is traditional dispute resolution mechanisms or alternate dispute resolution mechanisms up to now, and which are they?
Yeah, there have been various attempts, But I wouldn't want to treat this motion as a dispute between the governor, because we have placed charges against her on various grounds like abuse of office, gross misconduct, and breaking the constitution and national and county laws. So I don't know how you now be able to mediate so that somebody stops something that they're not supposed to do. That is one. Assuming that there were those disputes now, there are forums that were called.
There are several ways.
Yes.
Through forums now that we are about to mention. You
Yes.
can go through the church.
Yes.
You can go through elders. Have there been any attempt, for my records?
So there have been attempts to hear out what is going on in Meru by the Council of Governors. They convened a meeting at Windsor sometime in October. The House leadership attended and the governor. There were attempts. Then the governor herself, first of all, the assembly was the one seeking to have a sitting with her. I did a call myself. The speaker was doing calls. They went unanswered. The governor now started calling us when we started the process of impeachment. Oh, come, we sit down. Before, she was ignoring all of them and going to radio. She was on radio saying, these people want to keep me busy in hotels, drinking tea and mandazi. They don't want me to be at Mashinani working for the people, discussing irrelevant matters about their Catholicism. She was resistant against it. At one point, I called her myself and told...
You've made your point.
Yes.
You've made your point. Maruma, very good. Senator Tangwa.
Thank you very much, Chair.